Guys, Marsinged here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we are going to do the showcase of taking our boy STR VEGITO Blue up against Red Zone Broly. Now, I have spent some time before the World Tournament started farming up his equips, so I did get the best, well, I already had the best bronze one, because the bronze equip that you can farm for him for level 5 defense gives the same as any old normal level 5 defense, so I already gave him that one. This gold one, it didn't take me that long to get, level 5 additional level 5 defense, and then apparently the best silver one you can get is level 5 additional level 2 defense, and as you can see mine is level 5 additional level 1 defense, so he's got slightly less defense than he could have if I got that better skill orb. Maybe I'll farm that up a bit after the World Tournament is finished, but on this first turn without any support he has 145k defense, which is not too bad. Again, I talked about this in his previous video and the one where we went up against Cell Max, where I think the biggest problem with this unit is that he's very much like a risk or reward unit. So we're going to go for the 18 key super in the hopes that we obviously then get the 12 key additional from his passive, and then that gives us more chance to proc than getting an additional super from his hidden potential system. Whereas if you go for the 12 key super, you're obviously guaranteed one stack, but then you don't get any form of additional from his passive, and then you're just relying on the potential that he gets the super attack from his hidden potential system, and so you could just get the 12 key super. But just getting 12 key super, see, is then better than this scenario, where we got the additional from the passive, but it was only a normal attack, and then we got the hidden potential, and it was only a normal attack, which means he didn't get any stacks, like any actual permanent stacks, which is unfortunate. So that's something that I think is obviously going to play a huge role when it comes to like how good that this unit actually is in some of these harder events, because we like especially in this one, right, where the final boss, the final phase Broly is AGL, which means if VEGITO Blue hasn't built up enough by the time we get to that final phase, then he's just going to get absolutely destroyed. So that's the biggest problem, and especially with the good old red zone being 3 attempts per day, you know, all it takes is 2 or 3 turns in a row where we get similar RNG to the previous turn and we're not getting any stacks whatsoever, and then we're just going to get to that last stage and VEGITO Blue is just going to get absolutely torn to shreds. Now fortunately with this build, we can stall a little bit. We have a couple of units that can seal, and we've got one on each rotation, so we can keep Broly sealed here, which means we don't have to worry too much about taking tons of damage. But it definitely is not the most ideal situation. So I think do we have to put you in slot 1? I feel like we do. What's his defense start of turn? 159k. He's going to take quite a bit of damage, isn't he, if we leave him in slot 1. But I don't want Goku to do too much damage. I think what we'll do here, let's go for the 12 key super and guarantee 1 stack, and then we'll see what happens if he does get the additional super. Because yeah, that is the problem. Like, you could get super lucky and go for the 18 key super, get the 2 additional 12 keys, and then straight away on that next turn he's going to be looking like much more impressive. But then you could get unlucky, like we were on the first turn, and get 0 stacks. So now we've at least got 1. Can we get the hidden potential? No. 62k. Because it does make a pretty significant difference with the fact that he greatly raises defense on his 18 key super, but it's only for the 1 turn. So, man, this unit, like, the more I use this VEGITO Blue, I do really like him, but especially when it comes to the red zone with these fights that are shorter but can actually hit you pretty hard right from the start, it does make me wonder how useful he is actually going to be in these kind of events, especially going forwards, because you know, you just don't get enough time to stack, and then the events are hitting you really hard right from the start. I mean, we've stalled this out as much as possible. We're going to be going into the tech phase on turn 5, which is not common, and obviously with this Movie Heroes team, if we were going all out, getting the key for the gods so they were getting their guaranteed additionals and stuff like that, then obviously it wouldn't take this long. But that is the problem with stacking units, especially when they don't start off at a particularly high level, which is fair because they're going to be, you know, infinitely stacking up. So they are obviously going to start a little bit lower than some other units. But the problem with that is then actually, do you have time to build them up before the enemies start hitting you for way harder than you can actually deal with, which is obviously not going to be a great scenario. So I'm still going to try and stall here. We get the additional super with the gods, but it's not enough key for them to get the super effective against all types. And of course, while we're still waiting for VEGITO to get to even a decent enough defensive level to tank normal attacks, there's obviously the fact that we would still have to worry about him eating a super. So let's see, 4.1. Now again, obviously, as I said in the previous videos, he doesn't get a 200% lead from the LR gods. He doesn't actually have a 200% leader on global yet. Are you actually going to do it again? Oh my god, he actually did. So yeah, 2 additional normal attacks, which means we get no permanent stacks. We are taking double digits now, at least, after the 18 key super, but man, that's just so unfortunate, because BROLY, in these earlier phases, he does still have a pretty decent amount of health, and while VEGITO Blue is building up, it's not like he does insane amounts of damage, like, straight away. So that's 2 opportunities now where we could have gotten, in total, like, we would have got 4 additional stacks if those were all super attacks rather than normal attacks. So this is the problem that I was talking about at the beginning, where it just kind of comes down to, are you going to be able to get that good RNG, or are you going to get stuck with... Do I transform now? No, probably not, right? Because we only get the scouter for 5 turns. Yeah, I don't think I will, because I would ideally like to use the scouter for the AoE phase, and then if we finish the AoE phase off quickly enough, we'll still be able to see the super attack placements for the AGL Broly, because obviously, like, even if we were getting the good RNG with the stacks, VEGITO Blue's not going to be eating a super from Broly anytime soon. So, knowing where the super attacks are as we get into that later phase would obviously be much more beneficial. So, he hasn't super attacked me for a while. This is worrying me slightly. With the tech LRs here, would they live a super attack? After supering, I think they would. I'm not sure, actually. Alright, well, after a double super, I think we might be okay. We would at least live. We probably wouldn't be on a crazy amount of HP, but we should be okay here. Are we going to be able to get another stack? Yeah, I think we can. I think God Goku won't kill. I'm not sure. How much damage is this actually going to do? Probably will still do a fair bit. Yeah, 290k. Fortunately, this team does have a lot of health, so that's not too bad. And the lower the HP, the more extra key we get with VEGITO Blue. But again, it kind of leaves me in this situation that after the last turn, where we got such bad luck, now I just deliberately want to go for his 12 key super so that we actually get a stack. So I am going to do that. Because, yeah, we're kind of running out of time for him to actually get stacked up. Because the AoE phase is coming up next. I probably will double Whis to get through. But yeah, man, we really need a turnaround in this RNG. If we can get the hidden potential additional super from here, this would be pretty good. There we go. Alright. Turn the tables a little bit. So 2 stacks on this turn. So we'll do a defense check for our boy at the start of the next turn. The god's obviously going to finish. Oh, we're going to eat a super. Okay. Are we dead? How much is this going to do? I wish I checked his defense at the start of the turn. 514k. Alright, well, let's come back and see if we can get a bit more luck. Alright, so typically this run has actually been going really, really well. Both in the first phase and the start of this phase, I actually got the 18 key super and then 2 additional supers. And then to end off the STR phase, I deliberately went for his 12 key super. It didn't kill him, and then he got another 12 key super. So he is actually getting quite a few stacks in this run. Took the risk of putting him in slot 1, and we didn't get supered. And then look at this. Not only he didn't kill him with the 12 key super, and then we get another one. So this run actually has been going perfectly. I wish I'd been recording this one from the beginning instead, but we now have achieved a pretty good setup here, because now I can go ahead and do this as well. I forgot to turn this off after recording something else, but I guess we're watching this. I mean, I haven't watched this for a while. This is a pretty damn good animation, so...
I am neither Goku nor Vegeta. I'm the guy who's gonna stop you.
Just think it's a year since this guy came out, on Global anyway. So, super attack? Well, okay, I was about to say he's not super attacking me this turn, okay. Will Carnival Goku eat the super? Where's he? Oh, wait, no. Everyone's going to get hit, aren't they? It's not going to be just a case of, is Carnival Goku going to eat the super? I think I can probably get away with just the one Whis, though, just because of how good this rotation is defensively. So, let's do this. Grab these for you, and then let's get all of these. Because obviously, Gogeta has damage reduction already for a certain amount of time. Piccolo, after taking that first hit, gets his buff as well. As long as the first attack on Goku isn't the super. I didn't actually see where the super was placed. Because if he gets a normal attack first, and then gets his extra defensive buff, then Goku should be okay. Also, Piccolo double supering here is good for him as well. So we shouldn't really take that much damage on this turn. Yeah, the first attack isn't the super. It actually is the second one. So that is perfect, because Goku's going to get a defense raise here from his 18-key super. And then he's going to get hit first, get another defensive bump, and then he's going to eat the super. And I think we should be okay in terms of the overall damage that we take here. So let's see. What are we looking like damage-wise? With just the one Whis. Piccolo double digits, nice. Carnival Goku double digits, alright, let's go. That's really good. And then Gogeta took less than 100k, so that is actually pretty good. And then I guess it depends what the rotation looks like on the next turn, because we might actually have to go ahead and pop the second Whis anyway. But let's see, where are the attacks? Is he super? Oh, he's not supering this turn. Okay, okay. So, do you get any extra links from them? Yeah, you do. You get, oh yeah, you get legendary power. So, 478k defense with no support. That is pretty good. Now, I do want to try and get the kill here. So, let's go for the Rainbow Orbs for God Goku. And then we'll go for the 18-key super. We're going to get the full 24-key super here for VEGITO Blue. So, let's hope we do actually get some of the additionals. But he should be rocking a pretty decent attack stat here. And then his defense after the super is going to be... well, like 6 to 700k. I guess it depends on additionals as well, but he's going to have very solid defense here. So the 18-key super, let's go. 4 million on the 12-key is still pretty good as well, to be honest. Can we get another one? Still pretty good, though. So we get an extra stack in there. So his defense is probably, what, 700k? Something like that at this point, which is pretty good. The one thing I really want to see... will we finish him off here? Did I get enough key for them? Yeah, we should. The one thing I really want to see, because we'll know where the super attacks are placed, because we should have, we should still be within the turn restriction for Gogeta's Scour effect. I just want to see if he can tank Broly's normal attacks for double digits. And as long as he can, then I think that that is pretty successful overall, to be honest. Wow, this is not great. Is that the first? No, it's not the first one, so I can't even put the gods there and negate it. That's annoying. Is the super in the first slot, the first attack? No. So Pikkon would live this. See, the thing is... not Pikkon, Piccolo. The problem is, I don't want to use a Whis because I want to see how VEGITO Blue would tank this attack. But at the same time, I am concerned with the double super. I know Pikkon is obviously going to go... I keep saying Pikkon. Piccolo is going to guard. You know why I keep saying Pikkon? I've been watching all those truth take, like, Dokkan community takes. And so many people keep making takes about Pikkon and the tech androids. But, okay, let's see. Do I use the Whis? I mean, I will... See, the problem is, if I don't use the Whis now... When we get VEGITO Blue back on rotation the next time, the Scouter effect will have worn out, and then I can end up accidentally putting him in front of the super attack. Now, Piccolo guards his start of turn defense. Yes, his defense is super low. I think I kind of have to. As much as Piccolo can be good, I think actually I probably should have put Now that I think about it, I should have put Carnival Goku in slot 1 and just had Piccolo floating in slot 3. Because Piccolo is actually the only support unit on the rotation, and he supports super class allies, so he would actually support Vegito Blue if he floated into slot 3 on that rotation. So yeah, thinking about it, really, I should have put Piccolo in slot 3, because then he's raising his defense on super, so he would have taken less damage than that from the super attack at the end of the turn. But oh well, it is what it is. We're just here to see Vegito Blue's performance. I'm not actually that bothered if we do finish the run, now that we have actually gotten this far at least. So now, on the next turn, we are going to get to see what we came for, at least what I really want to see, and that's how well he's going to tank Broly's normal attacks. Obviously, I'm not going to put him in front of the super, but I definitely would be interested to see how much he will take. Especially if we could actually get that God RNG turn where he does the 18 key super and then 2 12 key supers. Because if you've been building up enough along the way, you could get him to, like, on that turn where he gets the 3 supers. If you've built him up enough, you could get to the point where he has like 1,000,000 defense. The only problem is, obviously, Broly has type advantage over him and already does over 1,000,000 damage with his super attack type neutral. So obviously, Vegito Blue, whilst he might be good for some of these more difficult bosses, he's not really designed to be good against Broly. So we're going to get to see 3 attacks in the middle. There's plenty of STR orbs here. What's our start of turn defense now? 546k. That is pretty good. We're going to get the greatly raise on the super here. Well, actually, we can do this. Is that 24? Well, that's 24 as well anyway. But we'll do that. And then you can get all of these. The Whis is still active, so actually, to be fair, yeah, the Whis is still active, so we're going to tank for double digits here anyway. But I think with his defense as high as it is now, even without the Whis, he would be tanking Broly's attacks for double digit damage, right? Because we got over 500k defense at the start of the turn. Then we're greatly raising on the 18 key. And then if we get any additional 12 key supers after that, I'm pretty sure, I'm like 99% sure. I'm sure someone that does the proper calcs can mention it in the comment section. But I'm pretty sure at this point, Vegito Blue now tanks Broly's normal attacks for double digit damage. Now, unfortunately, because we have type disadvantage, if we're not getting crits, we're not really doing any damage ourselves. But at least we do get that 1 extra stack from the hidden potential. And then, yeah, obviously we don't take any damage because the Whis is active. But I'm pretty sure in that scenario, he's rocking like 800k plus defense. So he would be tanking Broly's normal attacks for double digits anyway, which is good. It's just nice to get it actually on video, right? Like if we didn't have the Whis active and actually seeing him take double digit damage. But at that level of defense, he should be taking double digits. The only problem, of course, is bringing him into this fight. If you're not going to have a scouter effect, like at the ready, then obviously you could get absolutely obliterated. Especially because on this turn, we can cancel out the first attack, but not the second one. So this is actually not the best scenario here. Although I guess the gods, if we get them enough key, they're going to do a ton of super attacks. Their defense is actually going to be very high. Will they survive this? I actually don't know. This is where it's one of those interesting scenarios with the fact that the gods can't dodge against Broly. I wonder how this is going to pan out. Obviously, the Dokkan attack is not really going to do much because we're getting it with Piccolo. Bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. Yeah, see, with him taking 9 to 7,000 from normal attacks now without the Whis active, I think using the Whis on that previous turn where he had to eat the super in slot 1, I feel like that was probably the right choice, right? So that we didn't just end up dead. Although, that could happen here, because I think as long as the gods get... They're going to get a double super guaranteed. If they get the triple super, then I'm pretty sure that Broly's super attack isn't going to do crazy amounts of damage to them. Because obviously they are getting significant defense increases on their 18 key and then their 12 key supers. So let's see what we get out of it. Obviously the gods are kind of like designed to be good against Broly, right? I mean, they got type advantage. It is kind of weird that they obviously the gods are tech, Broly's AGL, and then Gogeta was physical and Omega is int, because they're like the counterparts to each other, right? But it's kind of weird that the gods' main ability once they transform is dodge, and then Broly disables dodge. So that's kind of interesting. But yeah, let's see. How much do we take from this? We should survive, right? At least Piccolo crit on the Dokkan attack as well, so we will get a good heal. But... wow, still 254k. I mean, that's not a lot in the grand scheme of things with how much health this team has. But that is like a lot of damage when you think about the fact we triple supered. Is that the friend one or my one? Oh, that was my one. My one is 79%. The friend is Rainbow. But yeah, that's still quite a lot of damage. Are they going to kill him? They're not, are they? They actually might. Actually, no, they can't get any more supers after this, right? This is the third one. So even if they crit, I don't think they kill him. Ooh, that was close. Alright, well, if we want to see Vegito Blue one last time, we can't use an item. We can't put God Goku in slot 1. So I guess we're going to roll the dice now and see, do we get... what are we getting? Legendary power instead of Warrior Gods. I think Warrior Gods is better, right, at level 10. 10% attack, and then an additional 5 when performing a super. Oh, it is basically the same. Alright, well, let's put him in slot 1. We've got 565k defense. I wonder if he tanks the normal attacks for double digits in slot 1. Because then that would show that that amount of defense is good enough. If he supers us the first attack, I'm going to be really annoyed. 43k. Okay. And now we're going to kill him. So yeah, even at this point, so 500 odd k defense is not enough to tank his normal attacks for double digits. But after the 18 key, then he actually should. We just didn't get to see that without the Whis in play. But there you go. STR Vegito Blue against Broly in the red zone. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store. And I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.